Psalm 63, verses 1 through 4. O God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsted for thee. My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land where no water is. To see thy power and thy glory, so as I have seen in the sanctuary. Because thy love and kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise thee. Thus I will bless thee while I live. I will lift up my hands in thy name.
Draw me closer.
I don't really know a lot of things, but I know this.
I'm lost without
Lost
you.
without you.
Yeah.
I don't know just what the future brings,
But I
but I
know
know this.
I couldn't make it. Yeah.
Without you,
I'm yearning.
I'm yearning.
I need you.
What I need,
Yeah.
please hear me.
And Lord, with all my heart, I lift my hands to you, just to be close to you, just to be close to you, yeah.
Just to be
Close to you is my
is my desire.
just to be close to you, Lord.
Just to be
Close to you.
Just to be close to you
Is mine.
is my desire.
Oh, if I could push a button and erase,
All my mistakes,
I'd be okay.
okay. Thinking about the choices
That I made.
I might as well face it.
There's only me to blame, and I'm crying, asking,
And I'm asking
over.
and over.
How did I get here? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm thirsty after
You, oh Lord, just to be close to you,
just to be
just to be close to you. Wrap your loving arms around me. Oh, your presence, Lord. Oh,
just to be close to you,
can I feel your touch, your love,
close to
your love?
is my desire.
As I reach my hand to you, oh yeah, I say it again, just to be close
to you
is my
desire.
Will you help me say close? Just to be close to you, just to be close to you is my desire. Just to be close to you, Lord. Just to be close to you, Lord, is my desire.
Communicating with the Love Center is now easier than ever. Please text the words pray, love, or donate to 404-594-5717. Text the word pray to send your prayer requests. Text the word love for information on salvation. Or text the word donate to support our ministry.
Everything that you give helps make what we do in ministry possible. For e-giving, text the word donate to 404-594-5717.
After you text the word donate, you'll receive a text message with a link. Click the link. This will take you to an online form that you can complete, including your amount and billing information. Once you have completed the form, click the Submit button at the bottom. After submitting your donation, you'll receive a text message that confirms what you have given. Pastor Byron L. Broussard and the Love Center family invite you to be a part of our virtual Vacation Bible School for 2022, which begins on Tuesday, July 26th. Our adult sessions will be on July 26th through 27th, and our children and teens sessions will be on July 28th and 29th. All of our classes will be on Zoom and are open to everyone. Our scripture theme comes from 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Please check your texts and emails for more information, and we'll see you online next week for VBS 2022. We can do this.
Stories of the Bible, the fiery furnace. There once were 3 Jewish men named Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Hey!
When they were very young, they were taken from Israel to live in a place called Babylon. At that time, the king of Babylon was a man named Nebuchadnezzar.
That's it. Almost there.
And he made a gold statue that was 90 feet tall.
Perfect.
The king sent a message for everyone to come to the dedication of his statue. When everyone had assembled, it was declared that people of all races, nations, and languages would bow before the statue and worship King Nebuchadnezzar's statue when they heard the sound of musical instruments. If anyone refused, they would be thrown into a fiery furnace. So at the sound of the musical instruments, all the people bowed to the ground and worshiped. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did not, because they were Jewish and would only bow to the one true God. Some of the wise men of Babylon went to the king and told him that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to bow to the statue.
What?
This made the king very angry, and he asked Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego if it was true that they would not bow to the statue. Then he said he would give them one more chance to bow down, and if they did not bow, they will be thrown into the fire. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied that they didn't need to defend themselves against the king. They said, "If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God whom we serve is able to save us. He will rescue us from your power, your majesty. But even if he doesn't, we want to make it clear to you, your majesty, that we will never serve your gods or worship the gold statue you have set up." The king was so angry with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that he commanded the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual. Then he ordered Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to be bound and thrown in the fire. The fire was so hot that it killed the soldiers that threw them in. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego fell into the flames. But suddenly, the king jumped up and said to his advisors, "Didn't we tie up 3 men and throw them in the furnace?" The advisors said, "Yes." But the king said, "Look, I see 4 men walking around the fire, and the 4th looks like a god." Then the king shouted to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, "Come out!" So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stepped out of the fire, and everyone saw that the fire had not touched them. They didn't even smell of smoke. Then Nebuchadnezzar praised the one true God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who had rescued them from the fire. And the king made a new command that anyone who spoke a word against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego would be greatly punished. Then he promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in his court. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego trusted in God and were willing to die rather than worship any god but their own God.
Discovery is at the heart of the study of African American history. Lewis Latimer's parents bravely escaped from slavery to freedom and settled in Chelsea, Massachusetts, where Lewis was born. He taught himself mechanical drawing while working in a patent office, and those skills would lay the foundation for his achievements as an inventor. Having first collaborated on a water closet for railroad cars, Latimer set to work inventing a light bulb that would dramatically improve upon Thomas Edison's original design.
Latimer figured out how to make the carbon filament work more effectively and therefore become more useful so that the light bulb would burn much longer.
He eventually sold one of his patents to the United States Electric Lighting Company. This breakthrough would lead to a productive, creative relationship between Latimer and Edison. Working with Edison in his lab, Latimer played a key role in the burgeoning electric lighting business. In the late 19th century, a woman named Sarah Boone played a pivotal role as an inventor who would transform the everyday task of ironing clothes. At that time, most people would iron fabric by placing a wooden plank between 2 surfaces. As a skilled dressmaker, Sarah Boone was determined to find a better way.
What Sarah Boone was able to figure out, in order to iron women's clothes in particular more effectively, a simple rectangular ironing board was not as useful as one that was curved and made narrow at one end.
Boone was granted a patent for her invention in 1892. She earned a place in Black history as the 4th African-American woman to be awarded a patent in the history of the United States. Against enormous odds, Lewis Latimer and Sarah Boone set the standard for future Black inventors. Today, many African Americans extend the tradition and innovation that they pioneered in science and technology.
The preaching of the gospel brings the heart and mind of God to the people who need to know and understand His will. God takes the yielded vessels and uses them to point us to the paths of hope and change for the better. In times like these, we need to hear a voice that will speak truth to power and love to the lost. Let's be blessed together now with Pastor Byron L. Broussard.